everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today we're going to talk about what to do if you get a wreath that looks like this. Let me preface this with saying, even though I made this wreath, you will never get a wreath from me that looks like this. The way my wreaths are shipped, they are secured in the bottom of the box, so the way I ship them is the way you receive them. But I sent a wreath to my friend Michelle, and while I was sending, I shoved all her Christmas presents in there. And when she got the wreath, the Christmas presents had completely smashed everything in the wreath. So, I guess it can happen, but I don't usually send Christmas presents to you guys when you order wreaths. However, if you take your wreath off the door and put it somewhere, and then the next year you go to put it up and it looks like this, I'm gonna help you out. So, I made this wreath. I don't particularly care for it, mostly because it's 21-inch mesh, which I don't like using. It lacks a little bit. But it did look a lot better before. I admit I kind of, for effect. But everything was pretty smashed already because it was in my laundry room. It got stuff thrown on top of it, and then it got put up on the wall and it was smashed, so let's deal with that. This is all nice quality ribbon, except for the green, which is from Dollar Tree, but still it's one of the nicer ribbons you can buy from Dollar Tree. I don't use Dollar Tree in my wreaths any longer, so yeah. So what do we want to do first? So say we open up our Christmas closet. Everybody's got a Christmas closet, just me? Okay, whatever. We open it up. This has fallen behind the box of ornaments, behind the wrapping paper from 7 years ago that you keep trying to finish, but you can't. Behind one of your 3 Christmas trees. Everybody's got 3 Christmas trees, right? No. Okay, again, just me, whatever. So this is what it looks like when you pull it out and you're like, oh no. Oh no. And you say 21-inch mesh, that's terrible. So the first thing I would do, I'm gonna go through and sort out these tails. Now, depending on if you bought a wreath from me, depending on when you got it, these tails are going to either, well, they could still be exactly as they looked when you got them, or depending on how the weather was when the wreath was out, these edges might be a little frayed. If you've gotten a recent wreath from me, made within the past, like, couple of months, these are all going to be sprayed. They won't fray. They won't discolor, they won't do anything. These are a little messed up, mostly the Dollar Tree ribbon. So I'm going to just kind of straighten everything up, go around, make sure all the tails are where they're supposed to be. This is actually upside down. But yeah, I was looking for a wreath to like fluff up, and I was like, well, this one needs it the most, but I also don't want to fluff this one up because I don't like it. But I think this was a quarantine wreath. I think. So, why these are underneath the sign, which I'm sure I put them there for a reason, but let's pull them out. I think this was made using the crisscross poof method, and I mean, it's okay. But I still have half a roll of this. I just looked at it. There's half a roll of this mesh on my my bookcase that has all my stuff on it. So I still have some left. And I just move that bow over. These look like they were done in like crisscrosses instead of pointing out, which I don't like that. So I'm gonna move them out. And get your good scissors. Just go around and do a check to see if anything is looking raggedy. Like this one looks a little raggedy. You just trim that off nice and neat. Now, you can't do this every year because eventually you're just gonna keep trimming, and you won't have any tails left. So, if you have one of my older wreaths, if you order a wreath from me that was, you know, the older ones are cheaper on Etsy, you can go and get your Elmer School Glue, the spray kind, and you can just kind of give this a little spray. It'll keep this from fraying. Again, if you have a more recent wreath, those are usually all done, unless it's a ribbon I know won't fray. Which, like this, I'm surprised some of those are frayed. But this isn't really an issue with my wreaths anymore because I mean, the cheapest ribbon I put in my wreaths is all that burlap ribbon I got from Michael's. So I'm just going around, trimming, fluffing. And I guess the good thing about my wreath is that if you have one and you see it and it looks like this, you can always go rewatch the video on YouTube. But this goes for any wreath you have, and especially like a deco mesh wreath, you know, with the tails and everything. Or if you just have a bow on a regular wreath, we're gonna attack this bow in a minute. Okay, so I lost a little. Oh, this one's really bad. What happened to you? Yeah, if you want to take your school glue, Elmer's sprayable school glue, just get all the edges, they'll be fine. So you've got that. It looks much better already, except for, you know, that. The air condition just started. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. I'm going through a change of life and I'm burning up, so we don't have to deal with that. So here's our bow. This is a bad example to do this on because I'm sure this bow is not made in a way that I would make it today, but we're working with what we got. Because most of my wreaths, they're hung up on the wall as soon as they're done, so they don't get like this. So again, I see some stuff here that needs to be trimmed. Just gonna go ahead and trim it. Alright, and with the bow, I'm going to lift everything up. Don't worry about how smashed it's gonna make it, it's already smashed. And this red ribbon is my bottom layer. So I'm gonna sort out these tails, check them and see if they need any trimming, which I don't think they do. I'm actually going to go through and just check all the tails right now so we can be done with the scissors. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. And again, just take off that very bare minimum. So this red glitter ribbon is our bottom layer, so that's the one I'm going to focus on first. I'm going to find my loops again. And if you have a nice quality ribbon, even if it has been smashed all year, you should be able to work with it a little bit and get it to fluff back up. And maybe correct some suspicious design choices you made. Like, why is this loop way under here? Okay. So I start from the bottom, fluff those up. Next in line looks like the green, which this is a cheaper ribbon. You're gonna have to work at that a little bit more. What kind of bow is this, y'all? I mean, it's like, is it a funky bow? Is it a 3-loop bow? What? Because this is like way... How about you come over here, and then we spread you guys out. There we go. Maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this video. Okay, so spread them out, fluff them out, straighten your tails. Alright, and then it looks like this red glitter is next. This is I think, is this Craft Outlet? It looks like something I would have gotten from Craft Outlet, but it feels like a Walmart ribbon. But just if it is from Craft Outlet, it's not. What is this bow? Okay, so let's find our loops first. We'll work on those. We'll try to figure out what I was thinking. Yeah, this was probably definitely a quarantine wreath when I was like probably crying while I was making it. Okay, so get all the way down. Just open them up, spread them out, and then form them up nicely. I honestly have no idea what's going on with this, because now it looks like the white is below, but we're working from the back to the front. That's what we're doing. Okay, so tail, here's one tail, here's the other one. All right, now this tail is up here for some reason. Oh, you know what happened, I think? I think that the bow is tipped. So, yeah, maybe? Okay. Keep fluffing. This is the top layer. Let's just get everything open, and then we'll try to deal with whatever's going on here. Like, how is this a 3-loop bow? Is it a 3-loop bow? I mean, it's got 3 loops on it, but it's like, what's going on with the tails? How is there a tail over here and one over here? Oh, okay, it's the tail here and here. All right, now we know what we're dealing with. It's a 3-loop bow. So this will have this tail here, these loops here, and then one going this way. All right, we're getting there. This one's a little long. And you definitely have my permission if you see a weird ribbon to trim it down when you get one of my wreaths, but you shouldn't see that. Okay. All right, so now we know what we're doing. Everything's fluffed out. This is 1 loop, 2 tails, 2 loops, 1 loop, and 2 tails going out this way. And then the green is 1 loop with 2 tails. One going this way, one going that way. This ribbon is terrible. And then these 2 loops will be up here, one here and one here. Yes. And then the glitters, 2 loops. Down here will be 1 loop with 2 tails. Okay. So it may seem a little tedious to go from the back to the front and then from the front to the back, but that's just how I do it. I don't know what I was going through when I put this wreath together, but not so much about my psychological trauma as it is about fixing your wreath that fell behind your ornaments. Or that you threw in the closet because you were mad because nobody would help you take down Christmas decorations. Or you asked somebody else to take down Christmas decorations and they just threw the wreath up against the wall. So we took our smashed disaster piece and turned it into a nice, well, a better fluffy wreath. I'm going to trim some of these tails because now that I know it's a 3-loop bow, these long tails don't make any sense. Oh, Adam from last year. And if this was me during quarantine, you know, when I was just filming whatever, that means I made all these decisions before everybody died. I mean, people in my family, not everybody. I don't want to seem like I'm like, everybody died. But no. I mean, like, before Carl, and before my grandma and Carl, and so I was going through it. But look at that. Now, a year later, I'm halfway vaccinated. I've redeemed this wreath. I figured out what the bow was, and now I have another video to post for you guys. So yeah, this is how it will ship. Anyone ever buys this, I think this one's like $65 on Etsy because they lowered the prices of a bunch of wreaths because I just want to get rid of them. And now this one looks so much better. Maybe I need to go raise the price, but no, I'm not going to do that. So if you have a wreath that you get from me or for someone else, I would think it would be very difficult for a wreath to leave my house and arrive at yours looking that bad. But like I said, anything can happen in the year that it's in storage between when you put it out and when you take it down. But you should keep your cardboard boxes that I send them in because those are expensive, and if you threw them away, it would literally kill me. Like, it would hurt my heart. You can always put your wreath back in there and store it. They're nice, strong boxes. You should be able to stack at least a little something on top of them, but shove them under a bed, on top of a closet. Just don't put them in a hot attic because y'all know these wreaths are held together with hot glue and prayer. So yeah, that looks a lot better. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. Let me actually see if this wreath is on Etsy before I tell you to go shop at Etsy. Yeah, I know I need to charge my battery. I'm very busy today. Yes, this wreath is on Etsy on clearance for $65 with free shipping. So if you'd like to buy this wreath, it'll be linked down below, along with Etsy, where you can buy any of my other wreaths. You can follow me on Instagram. You can tip me on Venmo and buy me. What do I want today? What do I want you guys to buy me today? Powerade, because I'm severely dehydrated and my sugar's really high. Tip me $5 so I can go buy a whole case of Powerade. And for $5 a month, you can join us on Patreon, where we have after shows, live streams, Q&As, fun stuff, exclusive videos. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. I am going to bed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.